Last episode we finished 7 quests, including the Desert Quest series. This episode though, we set our sights on the Myreque Questline, and our most important unlock to date. So in between training and construction at the summer event, because I desperately need to get a higher construction for Pieces of Hate, I've decided to kick off this episode's quest grind with Mist of the White Land. It's a super short quest, it's a novice free-to-play quest, but I need it to get my quest cape, so let's get it out of the way now. Myths of the Whitelands takes us back to the Land of Snow to investigate some strange magical rocks that Explorer Jack has heard about. Explorer Jack's hot tip comes from a snow imp, so no prizes for guessing that the magical rocks might turn out to be more than meets the eye. The quest is mostly sliding around the ice puzzles before terrorizing a poor Yeti and stealing what turns out to be his frozen poop. So maybe not the magical rocks that Explorer Jack is hoping for. The quest reward is a tiny XP lamp, but the real rewards were the lessons we learned along the way. By which I mean the crafting, agility, and woodcutting XP that we earned along the way. Next up, I want to finish the Myreque Questline, which means Lord of Vampirium and River of Blood. This is a huge questline in terms of unlocks for me, and I'll go into more on this later. But first, I need 76 Hunter. So I'm back in Relica, catching Azure skill chompers. I won't be here all the way to level 76 though, because I have a different grind planned for once I hit level 75. In the summer of 2019, Jagex released Anachronia, a huge new island with tons of high level content for Slayer, Hunter, Herblore, Agility, and Farming. The RS3 parallel fossil island from old school Runescape, instead of fossils, Anachronia has dinosaurs. There's too much content here to discuss all of it, so for this video I'll just focus on one part. Level 75 Hunter unlocks Big Game Hunting. Big Game Hunter is a cross between a hunter minigame and a skilling boss fight. There are 9 dinosaurs to hunt, unlocked in tranches of 3, ranging from 75 to 96 Hunter. You need bait as part of the minigame, which varies from dino to dino, so I'm focusing on just one, the Arcane Opterosaur, as you can bait it with raw sharks. Easily obtainable in large amounts from the temple trekking minigame. Okay, so I did say that I'd be doing some Big Game Hunter, but before I do, I need to make a quick stop off at Shattered Worlds first to pick up Bladed Dive. Bladed Dive is a skill you can use when dual wielding that acts a lot like Flash and greatly increases your mobility. It's useful in all situations, but will be especially useful for Big Game Hunter to avoid dinosaurs as they move around the arena. Honestly, I should have picked up Bladed Dive way earlier, but I'm not a big fan of Shattered Worlds in general, so I've been putting this particular grind off. I need 63 million Shattered Anima, which is the reward currency of the minigame, to purchase Bladed Dive, so let's get started. Okay, that's 63 million Anima earned. I also gained a strength level during the grind. Let's purchase Bladed Dive and probably never come back here again. During some downtime, whilst I was waiting for my auras to recharge, and to help recharge my own sanity, which Shattered Worlds was slowly eroding, I decided to do the Broken Home quest. Broken Home is a requirement-free quest that was released as part of the 2014 Halloween event. I'm not sure if it's a universally popular quest, but I'm actually a big fan of its atmosphere and tension, as you get chased through the house by spirits and demons. After completion, it becomes a replayable weekly D&D that grants XP lamps. Additionally, there are one-off rewards for playing the quest, including 271,000 XP in a skill of your choice if you have up to level 90 in all skills. If you can beat the quest in under 37 minutes without dying or using more than one item of food, you also get an additional cosmetic pet, as well as the Asylum Surgeon's Ring, a powerful tier 85 ring that is actually best in slot for all my combat styles when I'm not wearing the Ring of Life. Right, let's get down to the actual hunting. In addition to being competitive XP, Big Game Hunting has a lot of useful loot, but there's one item that I'm looking for in particular, a Dragon Mattock, using the new Archaeology skill. They're 1 in 101 drops from any of the dinosaurs. Dragon Mattocks are currently priced at around 40 million GP on the Grand Exchange, making Big Game Hunter a profitable training method for a main account, and as an Ironman, I'll need 2 of these to create the best Mattock available to me in-game, the Mattock of Time and Space. So let's loot that first dinosaur. Any Dragon Mattock hiding somewhere in this corpse? No. No? No. 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 Still no. Okay, and still no Dragon Matter coming up on dinosaur number 18, but I do at least have 76 Hunter, combined with a respectable loot tab from big game hunting. Those bones are going to be really useful for our training, and the unchecked dinosaur for Ranch Out of Time is also great if I ever get the bazillion farming level I need to actually use it. So with all the levels required for Lord of Vampirium out the way, let's get down to Darkmire. I want to explain why the Vampire Questline is just so important for this account. My goals after getting the Questscape are hitting 99 Slayer and getting the final boss title. That means getting 100 kills on each PVM boss. Achieving this on a hardcore Ironman means I need at least 3 things. 95 Prayer for Turmoil and Soul Split, 96 Herblore for Overloads, and as high an invention level as possible for late game invention perks. This questline is my route to all 3 of these targets. River of Blood gives me access to 2 things, the Reforged Sunspear and Firelords. The Sunspear is a tier 78 two-handed weapon that can be used for all 3 combat styles. This is already an upgrade over the tier 75 Vanquish I've been using for range and magic, but the real kicker is that unlike Vanquish, the Sunspear is augmentable. I've had Invention unlocked for some time, but I'm stalling at level 31 Invention. Why? Because I can't efficiently train it. To efficiently train Invention, you need to augment a weapon, level it up through combat, and then disassemble it for XP. This means you need a reliable source of high tier weapons to disassemble, which isn't easy for an Iron Man to source, as most buyable or craftable weapons can't be augmented. The Sunspear is this weapon, not just for one combat style, but for all of them, and after disassembling it, I can buy back for just 600k. I could potentially use it for every Slayer task, all the way up to level 99 Slayer, training Invention at the same time. Firelords and Fireladies are the other game changer unlocked through River of Blood. Technically, I unlocked them in the previous quest in the series, Branches of Darkmire, but only for the trial version. When killed with the Sunspear, the Vire corpses are automatically cremated, giving 280 prayer XP, 200 fire making XP, and a 20% chance of hitting an extra drop table. With the right setup, I can achieve up to 450k prayer XP an hour, in addition to this being my best source of harvest and secondaries as I push for overloads. There's going to be a lot of big quest unlocks in the episodes to come, but nothing compares with this. Lord of Vampirium is the penultimate quest in the Myreque Questline. Vanessa Drakan, your makeshift ally from the previous quests, wants you to help her overthrow and kill her own brother, Lord Drakan, the Dark Regent of Mauritania. One big problem though, he's the most powerful vampire to ever step foot on Gielinor. Fortunately, he's been sufficiently upset by the death of his brother Rannis that he's going to make a rare public appearance. Vanessa and the Myreque see this as their make or break chance to take Drakan out. What follows is a disastrous assault on Drakan, who proves far too powerful and easily sees through his sister's machinations. Drakan and his feral vampires hunt you through a twisted version of his castle in a tense game of cat and mouse, before meeting for a final showdown on the roof. That's a well scripted fight. My palms are sweating here. I'd forgotten a lot of the mechanics, but it feels so good to finish this guy off. Halfway to the Sun Spear. Oh, actually, that's quite brutal. Unfortunately, with her brother dead, Runescape reveals her grand plan. Use the secrets of hemoalchemy to cross the south and conquer the human kingdoms, thereby securing enough blood for the survival of the vampire race. With this done, you leave. Dejected. The Myreque are dead, or worse. The holy barrier of the south is crippled, and all of her efforts to free Mauritania have come to nothing. All hope is lost. Or is it? River of Blood picks up where Lord of the Vampirium left off. King Roland, finally waking up to the growing threat in Mauritania, tasks you to set things right. As Runescape musters her armies, you're in a race against time to unlock the secrets of the South's magic and bolster its defenses. In the meantime, Runescape's own position is not as strong as it appears. Safalan Hallow, the erstwhile leader of the Myreque, has been turned into a weird, a monstrous, unrestrained type of vampire that's a result of Safalan's half-Icene heritage.
Forgotten that Drezel dies. He's literally... Remember the first time I went through his quest? I've been having Drezel in that tomb for like 15 years. Losing him hurt. Losing him a second time hurts just as much.
With the help of Safalan's mother, you realize that his blood, a unique combination of human, Vire, and Icene, is the missing ingredient required to fix the magic of the South. So it's back to Castle Drakan for another showdown on the roof. And that's it. Safalan is defeated, and that was definitely the toughest fight of the account so far. Now I just need to pour whatever magic juice I can squeeze out of this guy into the salve, and we're done. With Runescape unable to bring her scheme to fruition, but also knowing that things can't return to how they were, an uneasy peace is returned to Darkmire. As Runescape and a restored Safalan, who've always had a kind of weird thing going on, agree to co-rule and push for a fairer society in Mauritania. Still, it's a tenuous situation at best, and there's still unanswered threads to the story. Not least of which, who the hell are the Mauritania Splinter Group? What the fuck is their deal? I hope Jagex don't leave us hanging here, as even if the Myreque are no more, I still feel there's more secrets to uncover in Mauritania. This finishes up a huge episode for me, both in terms of unlocks, as well as in terms of the time invested into it. I'm really excited for the progression of this account. Completing River of Blood is a massive milestone for any Ironman. We're almost done with the 5th age quests, but we're not quite there yet. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. It lets me know that the content is appreciated and is a huge help in motivating me to make future episodes. Until next time.